Okay, hello everyone. This is the second video for the same tutorials I'm making right now. Again, SHAREZA is here with me. We're on Aquarius right now on the map, and this time it's mercenary instead of the spy. Again, we'll start with the tactics a bit and the strategy as mercenary. What exactly is important in mercenary? If we touched previously we touched that spy's main idea is to split up the merc in two different directions, so one merc cannot help the other. So counterintuitively, well, not counterintuitively, basically the other way around, the best thing for merc is to be in a situation when they know where both spies is and fight basically 2 versus 2 at the same time, preferably blocking them from escaping or to health pack. A lot of the gameplay as spy will be, well, especially if it's an aggressive gameplay, will be around the health pack, because they will need to refill HP all the time and they will always need to take HP. So to start with merc, the main idea that everyone understands is mercenary holds their so-called predetermined position and rotation spot. So we're on Aquarius, highly likely you have one guy in Greek that's responsible for tech room. He also rotates to pirates when needed, depending on how the mercs move. And then the other guy is highly likely in pirates. He rotates to tech room and he rotates to fish tank disc and guards that on the other side. To begin with the explanation a bit, we'll need to touch a subject. I mean, what do you do as a merc? What is your main game objective? Your main game objective is to lose as much less seconds as possible on your hackable objectives, and not to let them destroy the bomb or take out the disc. So basically, your job is not exactly to kill the spy. Your main job is to actually defend the objectives, and that's a crucial difference. So when you're defending something like Greek, for example, it's much more beneficial to waste a nade or to get here 1 or 2 seconds faster to save the seconds on it than do anything else. So if you need to waste a nade to throw it in here to prevent a hack for 1 or 2 seconds, do it. Or if you need to waste a gas mask for, I don't know, 2, 3, 4 additional seconds, then do it also. That would be the main thing that people somehow tend to a bit ignore it. Do everything you can to get as much as possible, because those seconds against a strong team, they'll just keep annoying you on one objective, one after the other, usually on hacks, since most of the objectives are hacks. And eventually they will take it out. Same thing goes for discs and bombs. I mean, the main idea is you annoy them. Yes, the timer resets if you kill the spy, but you get your mines removed, you get grenades wasted, and so on that. So the main idea for the spy would be to waste your gadgets, and your main idea would be to use your gadgets to prevent the hacks from finishing. So you can use your gadgets to kill spies. You can use your gadgets to prevent the hacks. Preventing the hacks is more important, I would say, than killing the spies, especially on timed objectives that stay there after you take off a couple of seconds. That would be the main thing. Now, when you play as a mercenary, well, the gameplay as a mercenary is much more, I don't know, micro-intensive compared to like strategy and tactics, because it's much more important to shoot properly as a merc than it is to shoot properly as a spy. Spy is more about strategy and those tactics and then splitting the Merc. The Merc's job is more about shooting them in the head more often, or leading them to mines and blowing them up. The main gadgets that you have on you is not really the gadgets that you use. It's not the cam nets, it's not the frag grenades, it's not the gafnax, it's not the mines. It's actually your gun and the reticle on your HUD. So for example, if SHAREZA goes right now to the spawn, as I said, the biggest idea is to know where the spy is. If you know where the spy is, then it's much easier to counterplay and to, for example, turn on the gas mask against the fast cams and so on. So, for example, SHAREZA just now went to spawn, and if you stand here in the top of tech, you can clearly hear where the spy is moving. Right now, he moved into Greek direction, out he moved left, right, he's just moving left, right, back, forward. If I had sound effects on, which I can't have at this time because it will be jamming the me speaking or SHAREZA speaking, but basically there's two indicators for a Merc that people don't use that often, but it's important to use, is understanding spy usually will run eventually, like he's doing right now. And you can figure out a lot of the things where spy is going just being in the right position, either through pure sound or through standing in the right position when you're holding. So if you stand here, for example, where I am right now on top of tech, you can be at the bottom of tech, but you can more or less clearly hear just on the HUD if the spy is going Greek, if the spy is going up, you will learn where the reticle will point to you. And this is not a single situation in this game. There are on many maps, more or less, spies take predetermined routes. They run, and as soon as they run, you will have these indicators. And you will, if the more you keep paying attention to your HUD, the more you will understand where they are heading without even seeing them or without hearing them with the pure sound. That's first of all. Secondly, there is pure sound. Pure sound, the most basic one that everyone will understand, is if a spy rolls in this vent. Right now, you obviously won't hear it since I have effects at 0, but everybody knows the metal running sound. That is a sound that everybody recognizes, everybody will be able to figure out. You just need to know which vent it is. And you can combine both, basically. Sometimes you can hear the spy rolling, for example, under you or on top of you a bit. That's one thing. It's useful on many maps, and you definitely need to learn this particular, I don't know, skill set of sorts. So you won't just rely on seeing the spy. You will also know a bit, hearing his just fast roll. When spy is moving fast, he always does crouch roll in the fast way to, yeah, like this, like SHAREZA is doing right now. On some surfaces, you will know it obviously more, like tech upstairs, you will recognize the metal sound, or in the vents, you will recognize. But even if he's just on a regular floor, you can hear it, and sometimes, and actually not sometimes, pretty often, you can hear it through the floor. So when people go for a grab, they usually don't roll at all, not even fast roll, because fast roll can be heard just through the headset, as long as you're in the right position and spy's in the right position. It is extremely useful, for example, on this map, as I said, through HUD and hearing where he goes in this position, but that's not the only place. For example, on Mount Hospital on the first floor, while the spy might be running in the sewers, if you're standing on top of him, you can hear which direction he's running with fast roll. Even if he's not on your HUD, then you will be able to clearly hear which direction he's running with fast roll, like in direction of 102 or 116, for example. I probably I will do the maps later on, more in depth, each map, what exactly is there on every map, and what you do as a spy or as a merc, or what you hear. But we'll get to that later on, just simple example. So strategy as a merc: you once again hold your sectors. divide your objectives, and then you try to figure out where the spy is going or where the spy currently is. Once you know where the spy is in a game, you kind of also need to figure out, no, predict what objective he is going for. That's the next step. If you know where he is, if you're not totally oblivious where he is, then the next step is actually predicting where he will go and what are the weaknesses in your current hold. In the spy one, we discussed that there are plenty of situations where spy and merc 1 versus 1 is just not holdable for the merc. On this map, there are fewer situations like this, but still, for example, if as a spy, at the start of the game, I take the disc, this disc, and one spy goes in the direction of the far drop and just stays there. Not even tries to drop, but just stays there for no reason. Like, waste your time. So one merc will highly likely be holding from the side of the fish tank or a bit closer here. Meaning that one merc is fully busy standing in this position. So the other spy has all the map open besides maybe pirates, because pirates, this mercenary can come and assist pretty quickly. So in that situation, you can still do, it's much harder to do than the regular running technique when there's literally nothing in your way. But for example, if the spy is clever, he knows how to sneak up a bit, has a cam's heartbeat, he can always plant the bomb, go Greek. That leaves the other mercenary in a situation where he needs to decide. He will either have to stop the bomb, or will have to chase him into Greek by leaving the bomb. Usually the merc decides to stop the bomb but then go to Greek. That is okay, but it kind of means you will lose a couple of seconds on Greek, if not half of Greek, or like 75% on Greek. And this again is repeatable on this map, since let's say the spy took 50% on Greek here, spy goes on this stair, la 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 la, I go up the stair, spy jumps up here, and it's a repeat of the same situation. Spy is already in tech, he goes, I don't know, far tech near the fish tank, he plants it, and then the merc will need to go back in tech, and it's just a repeat of the same thing. This is a very simplistic explanation of it, I suppose. It's not that easy to do on this map. It's not as easy as jumping Garden 1 or Garden 2 on Clubhouse, but you get the idea. So what can merc really do about this? This is a situation that you will often encounter versus stronger teams or stronger doubles. There are technically two patterns how a merc holds every map. There is the aggressive chasing pattern, when you know spy is here, so you chase the spy to kill him. And there is the holding pattern that you usually employ not to lose position, or if you don't know where the spy is, since, well, both of them are not on your radar, you have no clue, they just died, they're at spawn. My advice in this regard is to actually, if you're not sure what to do, chase the spy. If you're not sure what to do, chase the spy, try to kill him. And to kill the spy, obviously shooting well would be nice, but you need to start dodging, try to dodge his stars if he's very aggressive. So the most simplistic way to kill a spy, even a very strong spy, is to actually double team him and block him from both sides. Often that is not doable, because if you double team all the time, then you lose position, the other spy will take objective. So double teaming as a mercenary is usually done when the situation allows it. So for example, you know both spies are in tech, you corner them from both sides in tech, and then basically it's 2 versus 2, and some of them might die if he doesn't escape from the top, for example. Or if you're in a clubhouse, you know both spies went to main hall, both mercs then come main hall upstairs, main hall downstairs, and that leads the spy into a situation he will need to either toss the merc and run through him into the mines and to the health pack, or escape underfloor. But there is a mercenary already on the 1st floor, so it's not that easy to do. Both are shooting you, both are throwing grenades. Um, as a merc, then you have two: holding pattern and aggressive pattern. You need to understand what situation you're in. If you're in a situation, for example, on this map, I suppose it's harder to explain on this map. But if you're, for example, one merc is at the fish tank in Aqua, and the other merc is here running with one spy. If this is not an extreme situation, but it kind of close to it, if the spy is really good, because he will know how to do it eventually. So preferably the other merc will need to be more aggressive. The one that's holding the fish tank, this merc, will have to be more aggressive and try to kill the spy that keeping him busy. Will have to try to kill the spy that keeping him busy, because the spy's main idea is not to actually take the objective out. It's just to keep him busy, keep him distracted, so he won't be able to assist the other spy, the other merc. So being aggressive is important because in some situation there is no good there is no good alternative for the other merc. If you stand here forever, let's say 10 minutes with the other spy, it's actually a situation when you will lose at least, I don't know, 1 or 2 objectives out there. Since you can't assist on Greek, you can't assist on Bomb, you can't assist. Let's pretend, well, it's harder to assist on Fish Tank. It seems close, but as soon as you go here, the other spy will just start moving in the direction of that hack, and that hack is 2 seconds. If you get tasked, he will open the door, wait a bit, and run in and can drop the disc. So there's inherent fear to actually go for the fish tank or assist at the fish tank. So every time a merc is located in this kind of situation, okay, on this map it might not be so good, so if I resign here, it's much easier to explain on Clubhouse. So let's go Clubhouse. On Clubhouse, as I said, the jumping down, up, down, impossible to stop. You might try to go garden to Taz to snipe both gardens from there, but then you leave your objectives up or down open. Not good. In here, often you'll find yourself in a similar situation that one of the spies is in, let's say, Steam or Jacuzzi more often. And if the spy is in Steam or Jacuzzi, the merc that's guarding Steam or Jacuzzi must go in and must clear out the spy, whatever it takes. Because the longer you stay in holding pattern near Steam or Jacuzzi, let's say you're here, and you're holding the hack. He cannot hack technically, but you know he's in there. He will hack if you leave. You're just leaving the other merc to basically lose Garden 1 or Garden 2, because that won't be possible to stop even from a really good merc. So your main idea would be to get super aggressive and to just push him out of Steam or Jacuzzi or T or Launch. The longer you stay in Jacuzzi, T, Launch, the more time you just give the other spy to just freely harass for free, just take objectives, take seconds, task cam, remove mines. It gets exponentially worse if your body gets cammed. And yeah, basically the other alternative, obviously he can Taz you. And take us a second or two every time the Taz wears off. That might happen. That is a point, but it's not the biggest danger. The biggest danger is the merc that's busy here doing nothing with one spy, where the other spy has free reign, obviously, over like what? 1, 2, 3, 4 objectives, or 3 objectives, or 2 objectives. Simply Garden 1, Garden 2 not defendable if one's merc is here. Same thing, it's really also hard to defend, for example, Garden 2 and Launch. And, well, that's easier to defend because the door is closed there. But let's say the door is open, for some reason they hack the door, then the guy can just run G2 Launch, G2 T. and so on. There's many variations of it. So once you understand you're in this situation and the other mercenary cannot handle it, cannot handle the running, you must get aggressive. You must push out the spy. You must kill the spy. You must make sure that you are able to assist. Must they be able to assist your teammate on this map? The main thing is this G1, G2 jumping and going up. One merc won't hold it. You're stuck in T launch. The other one just harasses forever or takes other objectives. Rotation wise, if there's 2 spies, let's say, on the 2nd floor, it is better for the other merc to actually rotate top, but he must rotate in a way that he can go quickly fast bottom. So preferably stay in the elevator. They'll try to be a hero. Unless you know they're both in T and launch, like inside already, don't try to leave the elevator. This can, because if the both spies are upstairs, they'll find ways how to get fast downstairs or Taz you or take your elevator down. So if you rotate to help your buddy, try to be in a place that will allow you to fast return to your position, even if he's getting double teamed. A double team is usually not that bad if they're aggressive. It's only bad if they're hacking and standing at 2 objectives. But in this case, on club, you rotate up, you're already holding Garden 2, so your mate has only have T and launch to worry about. If they, for example, start hacking T and launch and you're upstairs, you will have time, let's say if these things are broken, to come and assist him. And then it leaves the spies in a situation that then they're basically trapped against 2 mercs, and you know where they are. They're in a bad spot. It's not bad for a merc, basically. Ideally, sure, if you can ambush them, but if you are in a kind of playing fast-paced, then yeah, just stand in middle position, help him with 1 objective, he will handle the other 2, should be fine. Another thing is, okay, we talked about the HUD, about the sound, about when to be a bit more aggressive, when to hold position. Another thing about holding position, when people hold position, preferably you should hold it, how to say, in a position where you can quickly rotate. So let's say you know that the guy might go launch. So instead of holding the front position, you can always hold this backwards position. This backward position is actually a bit more beneficial. Yes, it keeps Steam a bit more open, but that just depends on the flow of game. What's taken more, what's already neutralized. So this holding pattern, it's not always in the same place. Stop thinking of it as just holding one in the same place. No. This where you hold, wait for the spy basically until you check. It's not always here. It can be on the other side. Near that elevator, or it can even be upstairs there in the garden, depending on the situation basically, and how fast you can come to assistance of your friend or rotate to his side if he gets two spies. Another idea behind this holding pattern is basically something akin of blocking the spy and I guess spawn killing the spy. Well, they're more or less the same thing, just blocking the spy. So if both mercenaries are here on the 1st floor, then they're more ready to actually just block the main hall. If they both go main hall, let's say they get spotted on Camnet, we know both are there. But the same thing is if you're closer to garden, for example, you know both went from garden, you saw them on Camnet, now you're blocking both gardens, so they can't move much in the garden. So in that way you can rotate where you actually use your holding pattern. That would be basically a bit of the basics and strategy as a merc. SHAREZA, do you think anything I should add, or was this too complicated? I guess this was a very complicated.
It was very simple, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
That's good.
Next thing, I guess, out of more important gadgets, let's talk about frag grenades and mines. There is no variation that I can explain everything about frag grenades and mines, but I'll try to simplify it. Grenades have two purposes: trick the spy to get grenaded. For example, they jump down to G2 upstairs, and you just nade it from a corner. They might not hear it, or they might get it might fly too much forward, and they will just die behind. For example, if you throw it properly here, it will land behind the door like this, and if the spy is standing here, he will die. That's an ambush grenade. Or if he comes from here, you throw a grenade that was incorrect, but actually it was more or less correct. He will die there if he falls down. That's one way to do it. Or you can bounce it off this sign to actually catch him if he's running there. So a lot of the grenades will be to catch the spy by surprise when he's not so for example, if you're fighting a spy will not be able to quickly notice where you're throwing the grenade. Some grenades are like to defend the objective, some to catch the spy by surprise. Those were surprise grenades. Let's say spy is actually tasing you here. There's mines maybe planted here or wherever they might be. So the spy won't want to, he will hear the mine, he won't want to run forward, he just tased you, but you threw a grenade, something like that, and this grenade actually covers everything, here. And if he makes a mistake, tries to hide here, he will die from it. So stupid bounces also work. There is like a certain mastery of grenades when you do the stupid bounces. So I will die right now to refill the grenades. And the other point of grenades is to quickly prevent spies from, well, delay spies from taking objectives. On Clubhouse, there's a lot of those grenades. For example, from Steam to G1, you can throw a quick, small grenade, but it's not that easy to do. Or you can throw from here to launch objective. You can throw the grenade. Oh, okay, I missed. You can throw a grenade here to stop the launch objective. Alternatively, if you're really good, I used to be able to do it, but nowadays it's hard. You can throw a grenade. No, it's not a grenade. You can throw a grenade and bounce it. Look, it bounced off this this thingy right on the objective. I used to be able to do it when walking, but this is a really hard grenade when walking. So yeah, like this, it just throws on the objective. It kills a spy. It surprises them. Nowadays, I just can't. Same thing on this side. And on many other maps, you know it yourself. That just try to figure out the grenades that can save you. Even if they don't kill the spy, they still prevent him from taking the objective seconds on it. It has the same idea. It gives time for your friend to come up and give you assistance. If we go back to... if we go to hospital, yeah, in here there are more simpler grenades. For example, when you're holding 202 or 102, the idea is still the same. Don't be afraid to throw a grenade to just stop it for 1-2 additional seconds. Those seconds are more important than that one grenade. So for example, when somebody is hacking 102, you throw a grenade, he will have to move or cannot tase you, and you're here. Alternatively, he will take 1 extra second. So let's say I'm here at the door, I throw the grenade, he cannot tase you, you're here at the objective. Alternative, if I didn't throw that grenade, he would have just hacked additional seconds, maybe tased me, got another second, and then that would be much, much worse. Mines. Next is mines. Mines technically go into 2 categories. The main categories of mine is to defend the objective, to work as well, preventing spy from fully taking the objective or slowing him down to take the objective. And the other category is to just kill him while he's running or to lead him into the mine. So this also works if mines are near objective. You can make the spy panic, go to objective, he'll get blown up because he has no other way to do. So what's the difference? The difference is if you know you're playing against well, spy that will defend himself, that will Taz you all the time, will run around. Maybe placing a mines like this, for example, is not the best thing to do, because this only defends the objective. Why did you kill me? This only defends the objective. It doesn't really prevent the spy from running around to, let's say, I don't know, 116 or 202. So mines over corners or mines over near health packs. Well, one of the older mines, not many use it right now. For example, either here, this is a running mine, so you expect the Merc to actually defend it. The spy go in this direction, he rolls in the mine, he blows up. People have a misunderstanding how these mines work. For example, good players will often try to, well, they will more or less know where the running mines might be if they played against you a lot of the times. They will know where the mines, they will slow down before this mine, they will check for it. So the main idea for running mines is to be in a situation when there's a mine here, and let's say the spy is exiting 102, but you keep chasing him, you keep shooting him, and he will have to roll in here and he will die to the mine. He just won't have the time to remove it. The main idea is to put pressure on the spy to run into the mine and not exactly pray that he will just run into it. Obviously, there are mines to surprise a spy, like let's say you know spy was gonna come from here. You put well, laser's probably better. Yeah, you put a laser mine here. He comes down. He blows up. This all depends if he will check with his vision or not. This one he probably won't check with the vision, because it's not that often that Mercs place a mine there. And the other way, well, those were the running mines. They can be technically anywhere. I don't know, they're pretty often, a lot of those running mines you see on Steel Squad, on the stair in the second building, on the TV set on the third floor, basically anywhere. Or for example, if here a mine is placed, this is technically a running mine. Regarding defensive mines for objectives that slow down the spy, don't be afraid to place like several of them. For example, laser mine here, and then for example a proxy mine here. This is really annoying because even if he has chaff, with chaff it's possible to remove it, but without chaff it's almost impossible to do anything about it without taking any serious damage. Because without chaff, you have to jump it. Yeah, you jump it here, it will blow you up. You trigger the laser, this one will probably blow you up. In general, for example, if you keep attention what gadgets the spy uses, if he's using flash smoke, for example, if he's not using chaff, then poison mines become exponentially more powerful. For example, this poison mine will prevent him from using this door at all. Now, if he doesn't have chaff, he cannot do anything about it. He cannot remove this mine. There is no angle from which he can remove. So let's say you need to hold 102, you need to hold 202, basically any objective on this map. He has no chaff, place poison mines, just keep attention what gadgets he uses. Now again, what can he do? He cannot jump over this. The best thing he can try to do is climb over this hole, but let's say you have 3 mines, now you place a poison mine here, then all the entrances are blocked. He has no chaff, he cannot do anything. It just depends what you decide to do on the hold. And that's much it about defensive mines on objectives. I guess running mines, the main logic behind running mines is places where spies often goes. The most often place running spy will go is the health pack, so anywhere near the health pack. If you pressure him near there, he's kind of screwed. Or any route he might take to often run. For example, obviously this there, spy will often run. You can place mine here. As long as you chase him, he will be scared. Let's say you're shooting from this window, he'll be jumping, and eventually he will jump into this mine, or the other way around. But the other way around, he can just jump over here sometimes. Do you want to add anything, SHAREZA? Anything at all?
I mean, there are situational mines as well. If we go to 116 real quick. For example, if the spy is hacking the terminal and you don't want him to exit, you can place a poison mine here, for example, and then he has a harder time escaping.
Yeah, okay, fair enough, yes. Sometimes when you're defending against a spy, yes, you know spy is here, he's hacking, you shot him, and then you place, let's say, poison mine here, and there is no situation that he escapes this well. If he's damaged, he will get poisoned. There's no way he will shoot it off or notice it fast. Highly likely he will die. This prevents him from running out. But again, you need to know the situations for those. For example, in 1.16, it's a good example. There's no other exits out of here besides this mine. The other examples would be if you're running with the spy between the two bombs, I guess, in museum. You know he will take the back side, the storage side, so you can, for example, place a laser mine in exhibition door on the first floor or somewhere near the health backup proxy mine. Because you know he will go there and he will be escaping from you in that direction. He will be running as fast as possible. But these escape mines that SHAREZA mentioned, they might not be ideal everywhere. 1.16 was okay, but let's say 2.12. I mean, you can technically place a poison mine here under this. Yeah, it will block the door, but he will escape through the window. It's very situational. You need to be creative with them, let's say, and try them out. In general, the main thing as a merc that you have to worry about is nowadays the fast cam. Jumps are not that threatening, grabs are not that easy. So if you move around, the ideal way to move around is to always jump, because it will protect you to some degree from the grab. And often turn around from side to side so you won't get grabbed. But the main problem is the fast cams right now behind the corner where you don't know where the spy is. So the counterplay to that is to just hear more or look at the HUD. So let's say I'm standing here. If SHAREZA goes in the sewer and starts rolling around, even without the HUD, I will still hear him. I'll try to put sound back on right now. 1 second. To give it roll out down a bit. You can hear the rolling. He went this way right now. Keep rolling somewhere, just keep rolling. Yeah, you can hear him under you. He's running in that direction now. Now he rolled back in this direction. Basically, as long as you use the HUD and you know where the sun's more or less coming from, you'll lure them in some time. You will figure it out, like to know more positions where the spy can be. And once you know where the spy is, depending on that, you either stay in the holding pattern, if you cannot leave your position since you're holding something and don't want to lose it, or if you don't have any other choice and you know your other mate is getting run down by the other spy, since you're somewhere far away, you have to kill the spy.